Right now, remembering a beloved teacher and coach at Monona Grove High School who passed away unexpectedly. Plus, we'll take you to the grand reopening of an old theater in Marquette County. And later, the final drive, local high school football highlights and scores, including one historic matchup. That's all coming up right now at 10.
I was just shocked. I couldn't even speak a word. I was just like, there's no way. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Students and staff at Monona Grove High School given the day off today following the sudden death of a beloved teacher. Charles Ping was an art teacher and tennis coach. He collapsed last night at a tennis match and passed away. And today we had the opportunity to speak with some of the people at the school who knew him best. Our Andrew Brandstra has that story.
Charles Ping wasn't just a teacher and a tennis coach at Monona Grove High School. His never-ending positivity made him the backbone of the school.
Classes were canceled at Monona Grove on Friday as the school lost its brightest light.
I mean, it's a really big loss for everyone. I mean, he reached out, he touched a lot of different groups of people.
We all have that eternal optimist in our lives, the person that motivates you, puts a smile on your face even in the worst times. Mr. Ping was that person for the entire school.
It just shows that he's just such a great person. He meant a lot to everybody. He was just so kind. He always cared about everyone else.
Ping embodied what it means to be a teacher. He pushed his students to be the best version of themselves.
He just always told me to never give up. He always wanted me to just keep pushing and get stuff done, you know? If I had missing assignments, he would just totally motivate me to do it. It made me want to do it.
Without class, the school offered grief counseling. Monona's home football game stayed on as scheduled, and in less than 24 hours, students organized a pink out, Mr. Ping's favorite color. They called the night Pink for Ping, and all concessions money was donated to his family.
He always wore a lot of colorful pink shirts, so that was kind of what we thought about for the theme. Touched a lot of people in the community, so obviously a bunch of people want to come out and show their support.
We're going to definitely be out there playing for him today. We're all wearing pink, it's his favorite color.
From middle school art class to weekly one-on-one sessions in high school, Connor Fritz spent the last 7 years learning from Ping.
The last time I talked to him was this Wednesday, and he was obviously in a good mood as always. And he was just telling me about how he wished he could have spent more time with his kids this weekend.
Gathered in mourning, students and staff were shocked and saddened, but also wanted to carry out his legacy.
It makes me not want to take anything for granted and always want to kind of have myself keep good energy and always try and be happy, see the best in things just like he did, because you never know when things can change just like that.
Students I spoke with described Ping as incredibly kind and happy. Ping made them feel safe and made genuine connections with them. He was that person students turned to, a light and an inspiration they'll never forget.
Andrew, thank you. In a developing story tonight, we're still waiting to learn more about a large first responder presence at the Smoky Hollow campground in Lodi. This was the scene there this afternoon. We have contacted local law enforcement, but have not received an update as to what happened. You may remember this is the same place a 15-year-old drowned earlier this summer. And an update tonight to a story we've been following all week. The GoFundMe set up for the kids who lost both their parents in a murder-suicide last weekend has now raised more than $100,000. It was set up earlier this week by friends and neighbors of Jessica and Jason Ray to help pay for funeral costs and support the couple's children. We have a link to it on channel3000.com. All right, let's take a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Here's meteorologist Chris Reese.
Still a beautiful night out here. We are enjoying all the quiet weather that we have across parts of southern Wisconsin. This is clear skies still in place for us. A little bit of cloud cover starting to stream in. The temperature still at 72 degrees. Now our dew point has come up to 60. You'll notice these dew points starting to increase just a little bit throughout the overnight hour. 67 by 2 o'clock, 66 by 4. We're only going to bottom out right around 64 tonight, and then we'll see the temperatures go the other way. But that's because of added cloud cover that's moving in. This is all associated with some of the showers trying to move our direction. You have some showers over parts of the Northwoods, some other showers over parts of Nebraska, but southern Wisconsin, we are dry, at least for now, before those rain chances start to move into the mix. Of course, traffic this time of night, on a Friday, you're doing all right. This is the Beltline and John Nolan. But we're going to look at those rain chances coming up. We're talking about how that could even impact Badger football tomorrow. Amon?
Thanks, Chris. Well, Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis facing more criticism from faith leaders for sending migrants to Martha's Vineyard without notice. Those migrants, some as young as 4, are now on the move again to join Base Cape Cod, a military base in Massachusetts. There, 125 National Guard members will help with the relief effort here, where migrants will be given clothing, food, and medical care. And DeSantis will be in Green Bay this weekend holding a rally for Republican gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels. DeSantis obviously isn't as well known as Donald Trump, but experts say some of the DeSantis policies, like the immigration one we just mentioned, make him similarly divisive. And experts say he may be using this Wisconsin trip as a way to introduce himself to voters for a potential 2024 run for president. And in London, a stunning moment inside the walls of Westminster Hall today as the 4 children of Queen Elizabeth gathered around her coffin in silent tribute. One of them, now Britain's King Charles III. This is the national mourning goes on as thousands of visitors wait their turn to visit the Queen's coffin. That included soccer star David Beckham. And a quick programming note for Monday News 3 Now this morning will air on Channel 3.2 over the air and Channel 14 on Charter Spectrum. Due to CBS coverage of the Queen's funeral, their national coverage will begin at 4:30 in the morning and run until about 8 a.m. And in China, some frightening video. A massive fire today sent flames and black smoke pouring from a 42-story skyscraper. The building belongs to the country's largest telecoms operator. No casualties are reported, and the city's fire department said it sent 280 firefighters who were able to quickly extinguish the blaze. So far, no word on what caused that. And Ukrainian authorities are now receiving bodies from a mass burial site in an area recaptured from Russian forces. Graves number in the hundreds, and officials believe the majority are civilians. Ukraine's president says some of the bodies show signs of torture, and he wants the international community to recognize Russia as a terrorist state. And also today, President Biden met with the family members of 2 U.S. citizens imprisoned in Russia. The White House says National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan joined the president to discuss ongoing negotiations to get WNBA basketball star Brittany Griner and security executive Paul Whelan back home safely. This is the first time the president met in person with them. More local news now. The city of Portage planned to take down a walkway over a canal in the coming months, but people who rely on it are pushing back. The bridge connects the Riverwood Apartments to downtown. The city says it's deteriorating and becoming a safety issue, but people we talk with today, many of them elderly, consider the bridge their lifeline to library and downtown businesses. A new bridge opened within the site of the old one in 2020, but people who use wheelchairs or walkers say it's too steep and has metal grooves that catch. Well, the city of Montello is celebrating the grand reopening of its movie theater, which had been closed since the pandemic. And that's when Kerry Mann Jr. and his family stepped in. Mann says it's his life's goal to not only reopen the theater, but to keep prices family-friendly. All tickets priced at just $5. And here's a fun free family activity tomorrow to check out. While the Madison Mallard season may be over, the team will be hosting a party tomorrow at the Duck Pond at Warner Park. This is the first ever so-called North Side Festival. It'll be from 1 to 7 p.m. tomorrow. Live music, activities, food, and a showing of Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, parents and fans in Sun Prairie tonight witnessing the first ever football game between the newly split Sun Prairie West and East High Schools. But before that, the former teammates came together for a so-called Border Blitz barbecue. Organizations from both high schools teamed up with Texas Roadhouse and Culver's to offer food and music, with all proceeds going to the Sunshine Place Community Resource Center. And when we come back, we'll have highlights from that game and several others in tonight's final drive. But first, your weekend forecast, including a new chances for some rain, coming up next.
Dear gas prices, my lineup brings serious savings. We got this. Toyota Hybrids.
Get 2.49% APR for 48 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
By some measures, our economy is doing great. We've reached the lowest unemployment in state history. We have a record budget surplus. But there's another side, too. Rising prices for groceries, gas, and medications. Folks, that's a problem. That's why I have a plan to cap prescription drug prices, aggressively prosecute price gouging, and cut taxes by another 10% for working families. It's the right thing to do for Wisconsin and our economy.
Dear gas prices, my lineup brings serious savings. We got this. Toyota hybrids.
Get 2.49% APR for 48 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models. Toyota, let's go places.
When you watch my show, you're a part of it. What a wicked talent. Kristen Chenoweth is here. Yay! Then the gymnast of Fisk University takes the J. Hud stage.
You came with it.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Some pretty incredible video from Florida tonight. A funnel cloud forming near Epcot and around Walt Disney World. This happened last night. That video was taken from Epcot. The National Weather Service says a brief funnel cloud developed, but no touchdown was reported. And out in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Fiona's center is approaching the Leeward Islands. Multiple governments across the region to issue tropical storm warnings and watches, including the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. The storm could fluctuate in strength through the weekend, but is not anticipated to strengthen significantly until the middle of next week. And speaking of weather, let's take a look at our forecast now. Here's meteorologist Chris Reese. Lots of words, lots of fours.
Lots of words. It happens. It happens. Yeah. I'll tell you, a lot of folks on the East Coast really watching Fiona closely, but we'll see the model trends. A lot of them trying to steer it out to sea. Still plenty of time to see what happens with that. For us, we've got our own chance of rain. Nothing tropical is coming through. In fact, our rain chances are relatively moisture-starved. Even the rain that we see, well, you won't see too much out of it once it moves on through. A lot of the showers across parts of Nebraska right now, we'll keep a close eye on those. Additional showers across parts of the Northwoods right now, those likely won't impact us at all. They'll continue to move away. So right here in southern Wisconsin, we will stay dry tonight, but we will begin to see our own chance of rain getting into the mix. You'll notice a chance for some showers, possibly on Saturday. Only a slight storm chance. Most of the day is partly sunny. Then by Sunday, particularly in the morning. So this happens while a lot of us are sleeping, but we'll be variably cloudy, some scattered thunderstorms, and right as we're really waking up and getting your Sunday started, a lot of this clears out. Temperatures top out right around 79. Let's go ahead and time things out for you. I want to show you, this is overnight tonight, 3:30 in the morning. Generally, it's still quiet at that point. A spotty shower cannot be ruled out. So I'm stopping this at 8 o'clock, and you see one green little blip here trying to move on through. You see a couple of those for your Saturday. This is 3. Badgers kick off at 2:30. One of the other things, though, about this time is that we've got a lot of dry air in play. So what's going to be trying to make it to the ground, in many cases, will likely evaporate before it truly even makes it. So kickoff time, maybe some clouds mixed with the sun, but I expect it to generally be dry. By the evening time, that's where we start to get just enough moisture that we'll start to see a better shot for some of those showers and thunderstorms to roll on through. Check this. This is 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. That's our better chance to see some of those showers and thunderstorms in the mix, but then we'll clear out just as quickly as the sun comes up and we really get the day going. 7 o'clock, we're at 65. Still a little bit cloudy at that point. We'll warm up into the upper 70s and low 80s for your Sunday. So here we are. This is 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. You see the showers trying to roll through, especially to the south. After that, that's about it. Not too shabby of a day at all. In fact, your rainfall amounts are quite low. We're talking less than 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 inch of some rainfall going through Sunday. And the farther south you are, the better that rain chance will ultimately be. So an increase in cloud cover tonight. Overnight lows will be generally into the 60s. The cloud cover comes in a little bit faster to the west, so their temperatures will be just a little bit warmer, whereas clear skies linger a little bit longer to the east. That's why your temperatures make it into the low 60s. Around 80 tomorrow. That's what we'll call it. The west will be a little bit cooler. The cloud cover will be just a little bit thicker, so you're closer to 75, 76 there. More so 80 as you work your way a little bit farther towards the east. 77 on Monday, a little jump in temperatures on Tuesday towards 84. We're back into the low 60s by Saturday next week.
Regular season is already half over. Feels like we're just getting started. She's Jordan Reed. I'm Zach Hanley. It's week 5 of the final drive, Jordan.
That's right, Zach. And now how about the Capital Conference? There's 3 teams ranked in the top 8 in Division 4 with 2 of them meeting for our game of the week.
That's exactly right. Edgewood and Lodi entered their week 5 showdown, both undefeated, but both took different paths to get to 4-0. The Crusaders have pretty much handled every opponent they faced. Well, the Blue Devils, well, they needed some clutch late-game performances for a pair of wins. Tonight, though, one will hand the other their first loss of the season. No score in the second. Lodi driving. Mason Lane going to call his own number, and look at the QB running like a running back. Then he gets some help from all his friends. The 19-yard gain sets the Blue Devils up in the red zone, and they'd cash in. A couple plays later, it's Kyler Clemens getting to the outside and diving in for 6 to put Lodi up 6-0. Now they get the ball back and more ground and pound. This time it's Brady Poles. He's 6'3", 210 pounds, runs like a Mack truck. Lodi gets the win 23-7.
Madison Memorial's perfect season is finally getting rewarded. The Spartans are ranked for the first time this season, checking in at number 8 in Division 1. As the last undefeated team in the Big 8, other teams are going to try to knock them off. Now enter Middleton. Cardinals leading 10-7 late in the second quarter. They are driving. Now Bryce Falk swerving in and out of Spartan traffic for that first down. Well, Gabe Piscini, he's going to finish this drive with a handoff to Falk, and now it's a 10-point game. Well, that certainly jumpstarts something on Memorial's offense. Within 1 minute, they're in the red zone. Braden Taylor's just going to pop his arm into the end zone. Well, Spartans are back in this one. Now, less than a minute to halftime. Piscini drops back, finds Dayton Devine, and Middleton extends its lead. Now the Cardinals knock off the Spartans, winning 45-21. Elsewhere in the Big 8, Verona on the road this week. They get the road win over Janesville Parker 26-19. And in the Craig versus Madison La Follette game, no score has been reported yet. Wanakee, they're just getting the job done every single week, whether it's at home or on the road. The Warriors continue to hold strong atop their division, still undefeated. Now this week 5 matchup is a tale of opposite records. Watertown comes to Wanakee looking for its first win of the season. The Warriors quickly made this game their own. First possession, Seb Rasmussen makes this look just way too easy. He gets the Warriors on the board just 2 minutes into this game. This offense far from being done. Next possession, Garrett Lenzendorf hits Devin Johnson right side, and he takes it in to make it a 2-score game. Watertown, they're going to try to get something going, but Wade Bryan is there in the backfield to put a stop to it. Wanakee dominates in all phases, winning 70-13. Their perfect season is still alive.
It's the matchup everybody had circled on their calendars when the schedules were released. Well, everybody in Sun Prairie for sure. History made tonight. It's the first ever meeting between Sun Prairie East and Sun Prairie West. And of course, bragging rights were on the line tonight too. The Cardinals couldn't have asked for a better start in this one. Opening kickoff, Cortez LeGrand's gonna field it. And you know he's got some speed. LeGrand's gonna take this one all the way down inside the 20. and the big gainer would lead to this. Jerry Kaminsky sets his feet and chucks it up to Jonathan Vanderwall, who snags it for the game's first score. And JVW wasn't done yet. This time, East runs the old double pass. Kaminsky to Evan Richmond, who finds Vanderwall, who puts a wolf on skates. He'd run in for another score as East beats West in the first ever battle for Sun Prairie.
Monona Grove comes into the night with a .500 record. The Silver Eagles hoping to shake off last week's loss against a 3-1 Mount Horeb-Barneveld squad. Well, here's a way to start the game. 30 seconds in, QB Brady Voss fakes out MHB and the camera, takes it down the sideline for the score. Silver Eagles up 6-0 early, while the Vikings, they're hunting their first tutty of the night late in the first quarter. Casey Helgeson hands it off to Trenton Owens. He finds an opening down by the pylon. The extra point gives MHB the lead, and the lead for good. Mount Horeb-Barneveld wins this one 28-6. Now, other scores from Division 3 and 4. Monroe, they're not slowing down anytime soon. They win 53-15 over Jefferson, and almost the exact same score in the Columbus-Beloit Turner game. The Cardinals win that one 53-14.
First year in the Mississippi Valley has started out nicely for Reedsburg. The Beavers enter Week 5 undefeated, sit tied for first atop the conference with Baraboo and Onalaska. They're next two opponents on their schedule. Reedsburg hosting Sparta on homecoming night. And the Beavers driving in the first quarter. Kevin Green rips one to a wide-open Caden Brandt to put Reedsburg up 7-0. It's 7-3 second quarter and more Beavers. This time Green going to show off his arm. Lofts one up for Trey Schrinker, who's all by himself. That tutty puts Reedsburg up 14-3. They weren't done. Just before half, the Green to Brandt connection gonna strike again as Reedsburg crowned kings of the field with a 20-13 win. In Division 5, Broadhead Judah stayed perfect in the SWC with a 41-0 win over River Valley. Lancaster trying to keep pace with the Cardinals in their conference standings. They win with a 38-7 win over Richland Center. And in Division 6, both Darlington and Belleville moved to 3-0 in the SWAL standings. The Redbirds shut out Parkview Albany 87-0, while the Wildcats topped Cuba City 32-7. Markesan and Blackhawk Warren also winners tonight. And still to come, Badgers break the record and rally to force a fifth set. Will Wisconsin take down Florida in the Kohl Center clash? Find out next. More sports after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Joe Biden on Medicare for All.
It's going to raise taxes on middle-class people.
Medicare for All would double your income taxes, ban employer-provided and union health plans, and bankrupt Medicare for seniors. Mandela Barnes still supports Bernie Sanders' socialist takeover of your health care.
Medicare for All is the easiest way to get us to universal health care.
Mandela Barnes, more liberal than Joe Biden, way too liberal for Wisconsin.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
The 2023 Ford F-150 trucks are coming, meaning more ways to haul, tow, go, and do, and with more ways than ever to make it your own. Plus, if you order now, you'll lock in your price and lock in your rate. Do more in a 2023 Ford F-150. Custom order yours today. Lock in 2.9 for 60 and get 500 retail order bonus cash when you order a Ford F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Wow, this is where you work now? Figured I deserved a more inspiring space. And with home values being up, I had a lot of equity. So I got a home equity line of credit from Summit, and voila, added a home office.
Took your business to the next level.
Hey, you two have been in your place for a couple years now. Any fun plans?
Well, we just finished a refi with Summit.
Really?
And the plan is to make a bunch of great memories.
We're going to use the savings to get a camper.
Whatever your goals, Summit Credit Union can help you use your home's equity to go get them.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh local Medicare. Hey, Joe, are you behind this whole check your zip code deal on national TV for extra Medicare benefits?
I don't know. Check your zip code.
Why would I check my zip code?
Because you're in it.
So we get a lot of calls about that guy. It's sad because your local Medicare plans already have those bells and whistles Joe promises.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
It changes your entire world. I know because I was a victim myself. So to think there are people like Senator Ron Johnson in Washington who'd make it harder. Ron Johnson supported the Supreme Court's decision outlawing abortion in Wisconsin, even for victims of rape and incest, allowing doctors and nurses to be prosecuted. When I think about other victims and what they're going to have to go through because of Ron Johnson, he doesn't share our values. S&P is responsible for the content of this ad.
The last time Wisconsin faced Florida, it went to 5 sets with the Badgers advancing to the Final Four. That wasn't at stake this meeting, but the Kohl Center Classic did have Final Four feels. First time since 1998 that volleyball was played at the Kohl Center. Kelly Sheffield, calm, cool, and collected even though Wisconsin lost the first set. Second set, what do? You set up Devin Robinson. She gets up to get down for the kill. Robinson had 7 tonight. Then later in the set, Florida on the attack, but Anna Schmeck, being a good host, welcomed the Gators to her block party. Badgers set a new attendance record for regular season match with 16,833 people at the Kohl Center. But Florida gets the win in 5 sets. There's no bigger honor at Wisconsin than to have the C on your sweater. And this season, Britta Curl will be skating with that role of captain of the Badger women's hockey team. The senior forward is no stranger to leading a team. Captain Curl served as a captain for the U.S. Hockey's collegiate women's national team. And the day Mark Johnson recruited the Bismarck native, he had a hunch she'd wear the C sometime during her UW career.
Just as a natural fit. I know when we recruited her, I anticipated her one day being our captain, and that happens to be this year, so I'm excited for her.
They couldn't have made a better decision on that. Since the day I stepped on campus, and even before I got here, she's been a leader for me, showing me the ways. She's someone who just works so hard behind the camera that not everyone sees, and I'm excited to watch her as our captain this year, and I know she'll bring our team to great places.
This season, the state boys and girls hockey tournament will no longer be played at the Align Energy Center. State will now skate at Capitol Ice Arena in Middleton. Since 1971, all but 3 state hockey tournaments have been played at the Coliseum at the Align Energy Center. Now, the best way to describe the Packers heading into their primetime Week 2 matchup with the Bears? Questionable. Today, Matt LaFleur listed Alan Lazard, David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, and John Runyon all as questionable. So it's one of those wait-and-see type things if they're going to play. Good news, though, they all did practice in some fashion. Brewers and Yankees opening up a 3-game series. Willie Adames needed 1 home run to tie Robin Yount for the most homers in a season by a shortstop. And there's number 29 for Willie. And it was much needed. Before that, Milwaukee was down 5-0. This one tied at 5 in the 7th inning. We're back after this.
Every morning, many Wisconsin families get up, go to work, and hopefully return home safely. Unfortunately, that's not always the case.
If you've been injured, call us today. Gruber Law Offices, 1 call, that's all.
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast, only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Give your floors the update they deserve with Menard's huge selection of flooring. Lutex Mills provides soft, luxurious carpet that is backed by a lifetime stain and fade warranty. Save 11% on all Lutex Mills carpet. Transform the look of any living space with vinyl plank flooring from Great Lakes. It's durable, waterproof, and easy to install, making it the perfect floor for an active lifestyle. Now 11% off at Menard's.
Save big money at Menard's.
First, we found out that radical Tim Michaels supports Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban.
But you wouldn't support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Now we found out his foundation funds a group working to outlaw birth control and ban abortion, even to save the life of the mother. And his family foundation funds a group that uses cell phone data to track women if they go to abortion centers. Vote no on radical Tim Michaels.
There's nothing to do.
You should check out Ho Chunk Game in Madison, home with a 95% average payout.
And with so many slot machines, there's a game for every kind of player.
They're right, honey. And with new promotions and reward club perks all the time, there are more ways to win than ever before. Find your fun and visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Now, what is happening?
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Meet a DMV employee whose focus is spot on. Monday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Not nice. I didn't know it came back to us, but I guess
we're back. We're here. Hello.
Yeah. It's nice outside, isn't it, Chris?
It is nice. It is nice tonight. It'll generally be nice through the weekend. We're going to see some raindrops come through, but I'm not expecting too big of any issues or disturbances. So we'll see some rain, but don't worry about it too much.
There you go. Good for sports. Thanks so much. We'll see you again tomorrow night.